we were working 10 or 12-hour days, sometimes on roster and that kind of thing. And we had gotten married a year before, and we're talking about starting a family. That's just not compatible. Having kids and running a business at the same time.
Kids are hard.
Yeah. And have you got any hacks you could share with our listeners that you guys, found kind of helped you in that space?
Yeah. Have a really good partner, someone that you can trust with everything. If I went away, the business isn't on my shoulders, it's on our shoulders. I don't have any more important, Susan doesn't have any more important of a job. We both lean on each other. So I think having someone that you can trust completely with everything, I think would be the best hack.
Hello and welcome to the Real Biz Life Chronicles, where we discuss all things business, branding and life from the Horizon Digital podcast recording studio here in Perth. I'm your host, Tracy Fryer, the founder of Design Studio Perth. And because Design Studio Perth is dedicated to helping business owners grow with distinction through captivating branding and design, we're offering all our listeners a free brand discovery. So if you find yourself frustrated with your current branding and marketing and aren't too sure where to next, use a link in the show notes below to book in a time to have a chat. Now, I don't know about you, but I find the best conversations are had over a great cup of coffee. And so the coffee for each episode of the Real Biz Life Chronicles is brewed for us by no other than the legends at Cuppa Cartel. They're fueling great conversations, one cuppa at a time. Now, the Real Biz Life Chronicles is on a mission to become one of Australia's leading business podcasts, but in order to do that, we please need your help. If you do enjoy today's episode, we please ask that you like and subscribe to our channels below, or simply share this episode with a fellow business owner who is doing one of the hardest things in the world, building a business. Now, if there is a question you'd like us to ask our guests, please feel free to pop it in the comments section below, or simply send us an email at info@therealbizlifechronicles.com. My guests today didn't start out as entrepreneurs. One wanted to be a vet, the other a police officer. But today, they power the goldfields in more ways than one. Susan and Hayden Leeson didn't follow the predictable path to business ownership. From living in Venezuela as an exchange student to falling for the hippie geologist, which we're going to hear more about shortly, their story is full of unexpected turns, grit, and partnership in life and in work. Their companies, Leeson Electrical Contracting and Silky, Pear Energy, are trusted names in Western Australia's mining, commercial, and domestic sectors. Known for their straight talk, high standards, and boots-on-the-ground work ethic, they're the kind of people you'd want wiring your house and showing up in the backyard for a beer. People who know them would call them loyal, tenacious, and refreshingly real. Off the clock, you'll find them geocaching, riding Harleys, or laughing at the chaos of business ownership. This episode is about more than solar panels and switchboards. It's about taking risks, building trust, and building the kind of partner that makes the whole thing worth it. Susan and Hayden, welcome to the mic.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you.
Great, guys. To kick us off, what made you decide to go into business together as a couple, and how did that conversation actually unfold?
Oh, I suppose, myself and Susan both worked in an underground mine when we first met. Nickel price was wrapping up and the mine was shut down. And it was really, what are we going to do next? And I think Susan had the idea.
Yeah. I mean, working in mining, we were working 10 or 12-hour days. Sorry about the crow in the background.
Oh, that's fine.
We were working 10 or 12-hour days and, sometimes on roster and that kind of thing. And we had gotten married a year before, and we're talking about starting a family. So that's just not compatible
with the mining lifestyle.
With mining life.
Yeah, the lifestyle is very different, isn't it?
Yeah. And I remember the conversation with Hayden, and I said, "What are we going to do? Because I can't just be a stay-at-home mum." And now, having had kids, I have a very different perspective on that, and I think that I could have just been a stay-at-home mum, and that would have been much easier than the life that we did choose. But yeah, and I remember Hayden saying we could do this,
Yeah. And
I could get my
Susan,
contractor ticket. So that's what we did.
may I ask why you kind of have that perspective now? Would you have rather been a stay-at-home mom?
Oh, having kids and running a business at the same time.
Kids are hard.
Yeah. So I've
Kids are
heard.
hard and business is hard. And we did the both
at the same time.
at the same moment. And, people did
Wow.
say it at the beginning. I remember our graphics lady said to us, what are you doing? Um, she's like, this is going to be a hard road. But, you can't change the timing of those things. Well, you can choose when you start the business, but
everything just kind of lined up at that one point.
It did.
And what have you found most challenging?
It's the time management, really, trying to fit
life, business, kids, and then life with me and Susan. Yeah, I would say it's just time.
Yeah, there's never enough hours in the day.
So in terms of juggling the business and the family?
Yeah, especially in the early days.
Yeah.
Someone was always off having to do something, or there was always a breakdown, or chaos.
And have you got any hacks you could share with our listeners that you guys, found kind of helped you in that space?
Oh, I do.
Oh, good.
Yeah, have a really good partner. Someone that you can trust with everything. I know if I went away, the business isn't on my shoulders; it's on our shoulders. I don't have any more important. Susan doesn't have any more important of a job, and we both lean on each other. So I think having someone that you can trust completely with everything, I think would be the best hack.
Yeah, I do think I look at other people who are trying to start a business on their own, and I don't know how they do that, how they do absolutely everything. Like, we split, obviously Hayden does the electrical, and I do the business side, and so that splits the tasks. But yeah, if you're trying to do both the actual work and then the business work as well at the same time, that's really, really hard.
Yes, I can speak from experience. It's it's very, very full on, and you do some very, very long hours. But once you sort of, I guess, get the right team, it does help. But yes, I can see how
very much does.
Would be good.
Yeah. And that's what we have found in the last year or two, that we have finally got to a place where we've got the right people, the right team.
Right.
And we are, just hitting those
flourishing, I'd say,
goals with the business and the family and the balance and the, being able to manage our time. It helps that the kids are a bit older now as well.
Yes.
Right.
Look after themselves a bit.
We don't let them look after themselves.
How many children do you guys have?
Just the two.
Two.
So a little boy and a little girl.
Great. And for our listeners, because I'm sure there's a number of our listeners who are in that same boat where they've got a business, they're potentially doing it on their own, they've got children, they're trying to find that non-existent balance. What really worked for you guys during that time? Was it kind of like one of you held the fort and the other one was busy with the family? Do you have anything you could share there with us?
Look, Susan did most of the heavy lifting with the family. I can't deny that. Late nights for her was the kids, and late nights for me was a broken down jewelry. So, just understanding, I think, each other's needs, and, when one of us is struggling, the other one picks the other one up where they can. And, I think just helping each other is probably the biggest thing.
That's it. Like, we often, if one of us is down,
the other one's not allowed to be down.
Yeah, you can't have two down at the same time.
No.
Otherwise you're in for a really bad week. So if the other one's down, then the other one's got to be up, or vice versa. So
sure.
So that's kind of how we support each other through it. And I often remember saying, just keep swimming.
Yes.
That's all you can do, and just keep going.
Keep pushing.
Just keep pushing.
I'd love to know, what was the moment when you both realized, like, yep, this could actually work. We're building something real, yeah?
Oh, we quite often talk, and quite often we say, feels like we're still pretending. I don't know if we've ever had we built something real. We definitely have are we pretending at business, or, is this real or so? But I suppose we say that a lot less nowadays. In the early days, we said that a lot. You go for that first contract or that first job or the slightly thing that's outside your comfort range, and you say, I'm pretending or I can't do that. And now we're like, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We'll work it out.
Yes.
Yeah, the imposter syndrome.
The imposter
is very real.
So real.
But yeah, I don't. You only have small moments where you kind of look around and think, yes, we're doing this.
Yeah.
You stand in the yard and look around, and it's full of people and
utes
and all the junk that we've collected, and think, yes, like this is us, and we have made this happen. And yeah, you have that small moment of victory before the next, bullet comes flying at you.
I certainly love it when you walk around and you see, or you drive around and you see, a name on ute, and then another ute goes past, or you see
Totally
something else, and you go, "Oh, we did that," or something we can be proud of around, and you know that you're making people know you, which is nice.
Yes.
Well, they sing out Hayden they sing our jingle from the
That's
radio.
cool.
That makes me very proud.
Good. And that goes to show the importance of brand, right? And I think this is something you guys really have a great understanding of, which unfortunately not many business owners do, the power of your brand and just having a catchy jingle, because it gets you at the forefront of your audience's mind and it keeps you there as well.
Yeah, definitely. We wanted, when we went to the radio people for creating the ad, and we said we want an earworm, we want something that's going to be annoying and stick in people's heads, but while also sounding, professional.
And we got that, which is great.
There's I have nieces and nephews and they love is it that Baby Shark song? Oh my gosh, if I hear that song, I am ruined for 2 weeks with that blimmin' Baby Shark song in my head. But it shows you the effectiveness of like a catchy song, right? Because it kind of just gets in your brain and it does not go anywhere.
Yeah, I think we're hardwired to remember music and lyrics, and that's how humans have passed down knowledge and that kind of thing throughout centuries. So yeah, that's why jingles work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely gets annoying.
It does get annoying.
And Hayden, that feeling of, I think the word you used was pretending, do you find that's kind of lessened over the years? Because that's something that resonates with me. Sometimes I have to catch myself and be like, oh my gosh, like, I've got a team of 11 and it's all happening. And like, am I perhaps, on the right path? Has it kind of lessened for you?
I think it's changed. So, I used to worry about, wiring a house, and that used to freak me out for days. And now that's a Friday. And then I'd worry about, building a workshop, and now that's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Now I worry about, I've started, I've got to have high level talks with people, and now I feel like I'm pretending because I'm putting on a different shirt.
Sure.
So, but I think you always feel like you're pretending, because if you don't, you're not growing.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the end, you're just a person. You're just a person, and you're the same as everybody else, but you are looked at and expected to be so much more.
Yeah.
It's a very good point.
When really it's just Hayden and Susan.
Really, you're just the same as them. But you just had this ridiculous idea one day that, you'd start a business, and then you do it.
And what's one thing most people don't realize, that what's actually involved in running a trade business? What do you wish more people were honest about?
Oh, so many things.
Top 3.
I suppose, I don't know. It is hard. It's not, we don't wake up each day and we know where we're going to be going or what we're going to be doing. And people don't understand that, if you cancel on us in the morning, that's possibly 4 people that now don't have a job for 5 hours.
Yes.
And then that pushes onto us to now panic and try and pick up those guys' work. So especially for a trade business like ours, which is a lot of reactive, and then when we do plan stuff in, it's planned in for so many guys. is tricky for us, I think. And then just I would go back to it is just me and Susan. You know, we weren't taught to be business owners, so we make mistakes like everyone else.
Yeah, same.
So we're learning, but people look at you like you should know, I think.
Yeah. And I think that understanding that we never get to switch off. That, we look like now Hayden's in his office and looks like he's, being a boss man, that kind of thing. But there's 24 hours a day that we were just saying how he checks his phone on his watch. The minute a message comes in, he's reading it. And that's 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
You never get to put that anxiety down. And just, just live as if it's not all running in the background, especially, we've got guys on 24/7. So,
it all flows through us.
Call outs 24/7. Yeah. So it just that you never get to put that pressure down. And that's a lot to manage. And that's
I would go, and then quite often with us, someone's emergency becomes our emergency. If, for example, Woolworths run power trips out, the town's emergency becomes our emergency, and now I'm panicking on behalf of Woolworths.
Yeah, totally.
And you're panicking around trying to, find generators or fix whatever, find this random part that hasn't existed for 20 years.
Of course, yeah. So kind of the amplitude of the stress and everything goes up again as well.
Yeah. That was one of my favourite jobs, actually.
That was a really good job.
the town power. Kalgoorlie, we're not very stable.
We're at the end of the line
on the power grid, and the power goes out for days at a time sometimes. And Hayden had organised the generator.
Yeah, so we'd lost power for 3 days at Woolworths, and they were going to lose all their food, and the town was going to lose all their food. So they tried to get generators up from Perth, and it was quite a big West Australia grid loss, I think, at that time. So everything was being snapped up pretty quick, and we managed to secure through another local company that we knew quite a large generator, a massive power station actually. And the coordination that we were able to do just by saying we want this now, and we need to get the town going. We ended up blocking off the main street with a massive crane. Main roads was coming out helping us, and this all happened in hours.
Wow. Yeah, you guys don't mess around.
I commandeered a fuel tank. And that's probably credit to where we live as well. We were able to do that to local businesses, and even quite some big companies stepped in and helped us. Like the fuel tanker was awesome. Having a semi-truck rock up for you is pretty amazing.
That would be cool, definitely.
And then to help Woolworths and, in that way helping the town. That's a lot of people without power that, probably have lost all their food in their fridges and that and need to go and restock. So that was quite good. And being able to shut off main roads was pretty exciting as well.
That would have been.
I think we got photos of that on our Facebook. I was pretty proud of it.
Oh, cool. We'll have to go check them out, definitely. And I'd love to know, guys, that, being a business owner, like you said, Susan, you don't really switch off. I'd love to know, what is your guys' outlet to kind of, I guess, decompress? Because as we know, and I know exactly the same, my brain does not stop. Do you have anything that you do to kind of, I guess, step away for a bit?
I like to watch trashy TV.
Is that maths?
That's my daily decompress is
right.
Whatever's on the block or Married at First Sight, something absolutely the opposite of sensible.
Yeah,
so that
minimal thought. Yeah, I can relate.
But we try to go out in the caravan, out bush regularly, and that helps to get away from mobile phone coverage. And everything like that, and then just spend time together as a family and somewhere that's completely
different
away.
So change of scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite often it just so happens to be some geocaches that Susan likes to find.
Well, that just
Yes.
that just works out
Conveniently every time.
For our listeners, Susan, do you mind to explain what that is? Because I wasn't too familiar, so I actually had to Google when I saw it in the notes.
Yeah, it's like a worldwide game, a
Cool.
GPS game where people hide a container in wherever they want to hide it, and it has a logbook inside, and then you go find it and sign the logbook, and
Very cool.
that's basically it. But there's millions of them
Worldwide.
and there was one on the International Space Station. So yeah, I remember when we first Hayden doesn't appreciate it, but when we first got the app and downloaded it, and then we had a look at Kambalda, which is where our shed is, about 45 minutes from Kalgoorlie. And there were 4 in Kambalda at the time, and we were just stunned that this thing, which is worldwide, and there were 4 of them in Kambalda.
Actually, in Kambalda, yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting.
And yeah, since then there's been heaps more. There's probably about 30 in Kambalda now. Like it's popular, especially because you can play it on your phone. And then then the only reward you get is smiley faces on your app for the ones that you've found.
Sure.
But it gives you kind of a goal to have that area of your map cleared, or there's puzzle ones that you can solve. And often when we go traveling, like to other countries or other towns, we'll just go geocaching, and the people there have put the caches out. So they have put the history of the town, or they've put the places that you wouldn't find. When we went to Kununurra, I think we went to some a cave with some Aboriginal art that wasn't on any tourist kind of brochures. There was no sign to it or anything, but there was cache there, so that meant that we could go and see this amazing art. So you find stuff that
you wouldn't normally just go see.
So like an adventure. Yeah, very cool. I recently was in Bali, and my friend and I, we did a lot of running, but kind of just chuck something in the GPS and then just like, right, we're going to run to this beach. And it was the best because we came across, like, we saw where the locals lived, and I think they thought we were crazy, but never mind. And we just saw all these different things that we would have never seen had we, got a driver and got them to drive us to the beach. So we ran, and it was so cool.
Yeah, you definitely see a lot. We have had a driver try and take us around before to do it, and they really don't understand.
They don't appreciate stopping in these random places.
Sure. Not quite the same. And Susan, I saw that you lived in Venezuela.
Yeah, when I was 17. So I was an exchange student for my last year of high school. My mum was an exchange student in the 70s. She went to the United States. So she'd grown up, telling us, we'd grown up with her telling us about that. So yeah, I decided that's what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to go anywhere normal. So I picked Venezuela out of the book without even really knowing where it was, and convinced them to send me there.
Send you there.
Yeah, it was an adventure. I learned a bit of Spanish before I went, but the most I could say was "Donde está el baño?", which is "Where is the toilet?"
Oh, God. Sounds so fancy.
That was kind of the maximum of my Spanish skills. So yeah, it was really, really hard being that age and being away from your family for the first time, not knowing the language and all of that. But yeah, it's definitely an experience, that one of those formative kind of experiences that you have, that you touch back to throughout your life. So an amazing time. And yeah, since then Venezuela has kind of gone downhill.
Yes.
But the political situation there is no good. And yeah, when I was there, it had only just kind of started. They had an election, the last kind of fair election that I think they might have had. And I walked out of our apartment to go to school, and there was an army tank on the corner of our street.
Wow.
That does not happen in New Zealand.
No,
when we have
definitely
an
not.
election. Yeah.
Oh, maybe South Africa, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty eye-opening for a very naive 17-year-old from New Zealand. So
I think that's one thing I really love about Australia and New Zealand is the opportunity that, you're offered at school to go do an exchange. It's not as popular in South Africa. It was the school I was at, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's really great that, that traveling experience is offered to you at such a young age, because I think it, would have a huge impact.
Yeah, it definitely had an impact on me. And then backpacking, like I was brave after that, like I could do anything.
Yeah.
And after uni, just put the backpack on and went back to South America by myself, and spent 6 months there just traveling around and that kind of thing. So yeah, it definitely shapes your personality, I think.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard at the time, and I think I cried every day.
Oh no. So it gave you a resilience, do you feel?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, definitely the just keep swimming attitude. You just got to keep pushing through, and when you look back on it, it's all positive. When we look back on the business, as much as what we've said today, everything's great, everything's positive, and we're so glad that we've done it. When I look back on my time in Venezuela, same thing. Even though when you're living it, it's tricky at times.
Yeah, and it can be quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
And Hayden, I believe you dated the hippie geologist. Did you want to tell us the real story there?
Yeah, well, I'm the opposite of Susan. I didn't go backpacking or all these crazy places. I was very different to what she did. I dropped out of school at 15 to go start becoming an electrician. So started my apprenticeship then, rather than, I suppose, going and seeing Venezuela. But yeah, so I did that and then went to a mine site that was underground, and I loved it there, and got to see some really cool things. And then all of a sudden there's this geologist rocking up on site, and I made the mistake of saying, well, she's a bit of all right to all the boys.
Love that expression.
And at that time we had a thing called, what's it called? The firing.
The underground.
It was tagboard.
Underground tagboard, yeah.
Underground tagboard, remote firing sort of thing. So firing underground at the time, so you had a little tag with your face on it and who you were.
Sure.
And you'd hook it onto a hook when you were down there. And then we'd store them down there as well. So at the time, I told the guys, and they started clipping on my tag to her tag, and she keeps on going, who's this guy?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Like the first time it happened, I was like, oh, that was an accident. And the next time
so that was you.
Yes,
I
didn't realize.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. That's what I was like, I did wonder when I read, but I was like, no, I don't think so. Right, got it, makes sense. So that's where it all started.
She's the city girl that likes to travel and
I see.
Drive a hybrid car.
A bloody hybrid car, and wants to live in the city, and I'm the boy in the country that just wants to,
nice,
do electricity.
Complete opposite. That's good. That's good.
And I was all for big diesel cars, and
I converted Hayden though.
Yeah, I'm a converter.
Oh, good.
I don't mind the electric car now.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was ahead of my time. Like that was 15 years ago. So
yeah, wow, that is.
Car then was not very common.
Yeah.
But our workmates had decided to bring him to my attention, and it worked.
Yeah, we were very different. Well, we are very different, but I think we go well together.
Yes, definitely. And do you find over the years you guys have grown together and changed very much? Because if I think of my business journey, I'm very different from when I first started.
Yeah, I would say we have changed a bit. I've always been, let's get up at 5:30 and let's go, and then you work all day and do your 12, 14-hour day, and then that's good.
Yeah.
And Susan's been like, no, let's go on a holiday.
Adventurer in her.
But
yeah, you've certainly travelled to a lot more.
I've travelled Susan makes me travel a lot more.
Good.
More places than I would have ever done. So I do appreciate that.
Yes.
I don't think I ever would have moved to a small town in regional Western
And starting an electrical business.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's the things the choices that you make in
Yeah.
life when you choose each other
Hmm.
and you do change and adapt. But I don't think you change who you are as a person.
No, no. And do you find on your journey, I think it's really beautiful how you guys have grown together. What's the secret there? And I think, Susan, you said you choose each other. Would you say that's the secret to the success of your partnership in both business and marriage? Because not all couples work that way. Sometimes they go in other opposite directions.
I don't know. I don't even know how to answer the question, except I don't think we've had a time apart where we haven't worked together in our whole
Oh,
relationship. We
wow.
have worked together with each other since the day we met. So whether that
Right.
was with our own business or on a mind side, or we've
Partners in
always
crime
been,
through everything.
yeah, won't leave each
Yeah.
other alone.
Yeah, we don't get sick of one another.
It's that tagging that started it
Yeah.
all. And
Yeah, I don't know. I
yeah.
think, and that's you've got to. We don't go to bed mad at each other. You know that kind of corny
So important.
relationship.
No,
kind
no,
of
but it's yeah,
you
it's
can't
good to
let
have
it.
that in place.
Yeah, you can't let it fester. And if it did, then
It wouldn't work.
then that's a disaster for not only us but 25 other people. So
Mm.
so you can't let it get in the way. But yeah, we just get on.
We just do.
And we have the same kind of goals. We
Great.
we talk about it,
Mm.
what we want to do now, and they tend to line up, other than where we want to live,
Yeah.
perhaps, and whether we should be going on an overseas holiday or
Holiday.
not.
Quite often the overseas holiday wins. It does.
It sounds like it comes so naturally to you guys, but for our listeners, like what does that look like when you say you don't go to sleep angry? So would it be a case of there's a conversation that you agree to have before, like perhaps after dinner to kind of clear the air? What does that look like for you guys?
I don't know. I don't want to dumb it down to it, but I think as long as there's a logical argument for why, I think that's
Hmm.
what it is a lot. Why do you want to do this? This is why.
Hmm.
And probably respect for each other, really. We respect
The
each other's
ingredients.
opinion, not just in anger things. Like quite often, Susan will decide that we're doing something in business, and I'll go, absolutely not. I don't know how to do that. And she goes, you'll be right.
Oh, right.
And other times I'll say, I want to buy this thing, this really expensive piece of machinery, and she goes, no, 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 no. And I go, you'll find the money.
Yeah,
So
and
there's
then
an
you just do, yeah,
understanding.
And then you do, and you
yeah,
because you build each other up.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
make allowances. Like, okay, yeah, all right. If you really want to do that, then of course,
Yeah.
we'll find a way to make
Hmm.
that
But I think definitely respect for each other.
happen. And yeah, just the communication.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and I like, not go to bed angry. I find it incredibly hard to hold a grudge for more than a couple
Same.
of minutes,
Mm.
so
Let's talk about it right now.
yeah, just talk about it and then it's over.
And if you guys are comfortable to share, have there been any moments that you found really challenging that have kind of pushed you almost over the edge?
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at Susan like maybe she
Or
knows
do
and
you,
I
or do you
don't.
guys find you kind of capture it before it gets to that stage?
In terms of business or our relationship?
Both, because it's such a dynamic being married and then working together as well. Like marriage alone is beautiful but complex at the same time, and then being in business together and married is even more complex. So again, if comfortable to share.
Yeah, I mean, I can only think of one moment, when our son was very young, and kind of everything's everything's overwhelming. He was a terrible baby.
Yes.
He wouldn't sleep
Yeah,
or eat, and a baby's only got two jobs, sleeping and eating, so
pretty
he wouldn't
much.
do either of them. And I remember saying to Hayden, I need to put him in daycare and go back to work because
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Mm.
And yeah, daycare here is difficult. It suffers from the same thing that all the businesses do, which is getting hard to get good people, hard to get places for the kids, and yeah, it's not really something that we wanted to do. So yeah, we had a moment about that. And yeah, in the end, I don't even know how we.
It came to the point we had to.
But we just did, but we did it 1 day a week.
Yeah.
And then,
Just a bit of a
after a
break.
while, 2 days a week and that kind of thing. So, I didn't 100% get my way, but I didn't 100% not. And that was the time that I needed, that 1 day a week, to just be able to get on top of the invoicing and the bills and the everything else, and be able to get that balance back between things.
And another term I've heard, I mean, again, I don't have children, so that's just something I've heard from my friends and fellow business owners, is that like mom guilt. So, Susan, did you ever experience that, or?
Oh yeah, like all day, every day.
So it's real.
Yesterday we got a babysitter and went to a networking event, and the kids were in the car and complaining because we were going to be leaving them, and then one of them was like, "Oh, I like that you have a business because you can pick us up from school, but I don't like that you have to go to meetings all the time."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so then you're like, oh no, should I not go? No, stuff them, like we're doing this for them as well as
for the future.
for us. And yeah, at the moment, we drop them off, we pick them up, we spend weekends with them. We
go to all of their assemblies that they're involved in.
So make time.
Yeah. Compared to the mining life, which as a geologist, I would be doing as the alternative. It's 100% better than that.
Or if one of them's sick, we can just go, oh well, we'll stay home.
Yeah. And for the new parents out there that have a business, what would your advice be to them? Because from what I've heard, like sometimes it can be so overwhelming, especially if your baby doesn't sleep or eat, or there's a whole bunch of things I've heard. I'm like, oh my goodness. What advice would you have for them there?
Just keep swimming.
What was that, sorry?
Just keep swimming.
Okay, great.
Eventually it will get better. You just have to, get through it. And I mean, obviously getting support helps. So having other mum or dad friends that are going through the same thing, that you can talk to about it, that understand. We were really lucky. Hayden's family are in Cambodia, so
they help.
They help out. A lot of people here don't have that because they have moved here for work.
Yes.
And they move away from their support. So find a support crew that can take your baby and just give you, even a moment to just
have a hot shower.
Yeah.
It sounds like a bit of a breathing space. Would I be right in saying that?
And then I mean, I'm a fan of daycare. Just get yourself the time you need to balance your work life as well, because you can't be doing that, even though you will, and you do it at 9 o'clock at night. Do it.
So many jobs scheduled at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Or even 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Guys,
just get the help.
So creating the breathing space, getting the help, and I guess just also not feeling guilty about it at the same time. It's like when you take a bit of a breather from your business, right? I know I feel guilty sometimes, but
no, you're only human, and you can only do what you can do, really. Like at some point, just go, I can't do that, and you pick up what's important. Kids are important, and at the time you do that, and if you can push them off to a family member or daycare, then something else becomes important. You're only human, and like we said before, you don't grow up knowing that business is easy or hard, or you just do what you do and what you can do. I think
I love how you frame that, because I think we put so much pressure on ourselves, myself included, to kind of always be the best at this. And I've heard with my friends, be the best mom, be the best dad, be the best business owner. So it kind of just takes that pressure off that you are actually a human that does need to have a hot shower sometimes on your own and just have that time out as well.
Yeah, you can't be everything for everyone all the time.
You're going to let someone down, and that's okay.
Yeah. Guys, we're going to move to our rapid fire round. So how this works is I'm going to mention 3 words, and I'd love for you to just both share what comes to mind when I say the word. So the first one is power. What does power look like in your world, and who holds it?
Oof, this is not rapid.
I call it rapid. It's never seldomly rapid. It's fine.
I would say power, apart from electricity, I would say is who you know and who you can call. Like knowing who to call to help is power.
Yeah.
Like knowing the people is power.
Yeah, that knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and if you don't have it, someone does.
Someone always knows who to call or what to do.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's knowing that person.
Yeah, so asking for help and asking for support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the word power makes me feel uncomfortable. Other than immediately, we both thought of electricity.
I thought of electricity.
Yes, that's why I chose it.
Like generators.
But we try to. Obviously, we have a structure in our business, but we try not to be, the kind of management that you don't want to work for. The kind of I'm in charge and you'll do what I say kind of attitude just has no place in what we're trying to run. So
that's pretty free.
Yeah. The second word is home. What makes a place feel like home to you?
Family.
Yep. Yep. Just honestly, where my wife and kids are.
I feel like I have two homes, like the home that I came from, New Zealand, and
yes.
that background, and then the home that we've made here. So yeah.
Perfect. The third one is failure. What's one failure that still shapes how you show up today?
Failure.
You have no failure.
Oh, so many failures.
Oh, good, fab. When's your book coming out?
Yeah. I wouldn't call them failures. It's just lack of knowledge. Just every job we do, every time we do something, you learn, and that shapes the way I do things. Quite often I struggle with confrontation with people or laying down the rules, and I think that's sometimes a failure of me. But also, I don't want to be that guy that's telling people off all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like, any failure that you have, and for us, electrical failures are quite concrete, if you fail an inspection with the electrical inspector,
you get in trouble.
Then it's very official. So like we in particular we limit work in places where we think that might happen to us.
Sure.
If there's a danger of not doing it, not being able to do it to the highest standards, then we just don't do it. And try to preempt that failure, and we sometimes succeed and sometimes don't at that.
You guys sound like you both have a very adventurous side. You're risk takers, but there's a glue between you that holds you together. I'd love to know, what's something about running two companies that no one warned you about?
No one warned us. Just when you start a business, you think that you're doing it so that you can have more time.
Yeah.
And the actual answer is now you've got zero time.
Yeah. Spot on.
So no one told us that this was going to take everything from us.
Yeah, but no one told us that it would become what it is. Like, I never imagined we would get to. Oh, I did. We made a business plan when I was doing my contractor's license, and it was a 5-year plan. 5-year plan, and within the first 2 years, we kind of completed it all.
Amazing.
Wow. And we were like, oh, geez, all right. Well, I guess we've got to come up with something else.
Yeah. I guess that was like, we just didn't, and I'm not going to say it was easy, but we didn't realize how easy it was going to be to grow.
How fast and scary it can be.
Yeah.
New person, new you, new uniform, new person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would say that no one prepared us for growth and how that changes the dynamic of a company. Well, when we started, it was myself, Susan would answer the phone, and I drive around with a ute and a trailer.
Right.
And we're working out of my shed. That trailer's now parked up in our yard, and it looks a bit sad, but it's still there. And now we've got 10 utes sitting in our yard with 10 sparkies. And
Incredible.
the other yard, we've got another 10 sparkies.
And new business.
And a new business with new opportunities that
Mm.
I would never have thought. I always said, no, I'll never do that. I'll never do that. And, actually, yeah, that's a good business now.
Mm.
So that's definitely changed things for us.
And I mean, to hit your goals in, 2 years into a 5-year business plan, what do you test that success to?
I just, that always saying yes.
Yes.
The opportunity comes. And I would say yes without asking whether we could do it or not,
Surprise.
And, just take the opportunities. And
it was hard the first couple of years.
Yeah, but we're lucky with where we are, and the economic environment that we've been in a boom since we started the business, basically, and COVID came, and that was terrifying.
Yes.
We had a newborn. She was born a week before the first lockdown, and
oh wow,
it was horrible, but it gave us opportunities because people couldn't travel from Perth, and people couldn't come from over east, and so we just grew and grew.
We found ourselves in quite a good position where the rest of the states and even Western Australia started locking down certain areas, and we were in the middle of the most important area, so we could see that, and it was brilliant.
Yeah. It's I think you've highlighted something else really important, because I know obviously we're told in business to niche, which is from a brand point of view 100%, but especially in those first few years, like I feel like you have to say yes to pretty much most opportunity that comes your way, because I've experienced this in my own business. You can't be as selective as what you want to be, and through saying yes more than you say no, those experiences really shape you and help you mold your business into what it is that you want it to be down the track.
Very much so. We used to say all I wanted to do was change some PowerPoints, going from a mining Sparky working on 1,000 volts to I just want to change some PowerPoints in someone's house. And before we knew it, we were working with Western Power and reconnecting houses and doing crazy night shifts and coverage. It got crazy.
Yeah.
And we were saying yes to just jobs that I'd never done before. We worked it out on the day. And some jobs didn't go as well as we'd hope, but other jobs did.
Yeah.
But now we can choose. Now, now we look at stuff with that experience and go, no, that's beyond our scope.
Yeah.
No,
That's
beyond
so
our
you can be a bit
ability.
more selective.
Yeah.
Well, those jobs that we would have, if we didn't have to, have said no. So once we did say yes to in the early days, now I know how to do them. So now we're like, we've done that before. So I can teach the next group of guys to do that.
And you guys, you've got a reputation for being honest and reliable, and through, getting to know both of you, I know that's hands down the truth. How do you build that in an industry where trust can be hard to come by?
Tricky tradies.
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's just who we are, and that we won't do anything that's against our morals. So we won't upsell an old lady.
We would make a lot more money if we did that, but I don't like that. I don't like, you see on the news these tradesmen that are, like Susan said, selling an old lady $10,000 worth of work. If I can tell someone, hey, look, you don't need to do it, just do this and that will get you through, I will, at the cost of us making money. But, I'd rather them talk to their friends and they'll say, oh, actually, these tradespeople are nice. And they didn't rip me off when I was in trouble. And I mean, I think the world's mostly good. So why not be good?
Yeah, of course. What's one thing when it comes to business that you feel business owners need to talk more about more openly?
I think there's a loneliness that comes from running a business that most of my friends in the past are people that I've worked with, because you're together every day and you get into each other's lives. But when you're the boss, you can't cross that line. You can be friends, but not not in the same way. And I think that that's something that, that we have struggled with a little bit, that you can't make that kind of connection, and you have to find it in other places with other business owners who understand what you're going through, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, very, very true. I've experienced the same. Sorry, Hayden, did you have something you wanted to add there?
No, I was just thinking, it's hard even just drinking with the boys. They want to have a few beers and complain about me and our business, and they don't want me there. But I want to have a few beers with the boys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And in one word, what do you think your partner has taught you about leadership, and how has that shaped you?
So Hayden, as a leader, is always finding something to praise. So he is, saying, "Oh, you did put that cable in backwards, but you did screw it in tight. That's a really good job. Just next time, next time put the cable the other way, whatever example." And that's something that I find hard to do without kind of sounding condescending. But that's something that Hayden does really, really well, and I admire that in him. A very encouraging and positive kind of attitude.
Yeah, so I guess Hayden try educate the person but build them up at the same time, because I'm a bit like Susan, I struggle a bit with that, so that's why I'm curious.
Well, it probably comes from apprentices. I really enjoy training the next generation. So you know what it's like when you're young and you don't know what you're doing. So constantly being told off is tricky.
Yeah.
But and then for me with Susan, she's a lot more, I don't want to say forceful, but she can say, "This is how it is. You need to tell them, oi, into line." So it's quite good for me to pull my head in and say, "Oh, you're costing me money. Pull your head in."
It sounds like there's a really good dynamic. I don't want to say balance because it doesn't exist, but like balance between you guys in terms of conflict management styles and the way you guys kind of approach things as well.
Yeah, I guess it works.
And what was that, Hayden? Sorry?
I was saying we're pretty lucky to have each other.
Yeah, definitely. It's really lovely to see it. And again, like, I'm not sure if you guys realize, it's really special what you guys have, because I don't think many married couples can work together. So it's really great to see that it's working well for you guys. On that note, what part of your relationship do you think has made your business stronger?
It's always communication.
I would say it's communication, and that we're the same but different. We're both pretty goal orientated, I would say. And I would say we're both pretty logical.
Yeah.
Low drama.
We're not dramatic, and that's easy. That's why Susan likes trashy TV, because it's dramatic. And then I get roped into watching it. I'm like,
oh, you do? Oh,
Hayden gets angry about it, like angry on behalf of the contestants on the block, and he reckons he doesn't enjoy it, but he totally does. Just keep the drama kind of at a minimum and talk about it.
Yeah, even when with working with you guys, it's just such a stress-free process. You seem to just trust the process, and I think in doing that, it's you allow, and I'm only speaking from experience now, you allow us to kind of do what we've been taken on to do and build something stronger, because you trust in the process, not kind of nitpicking, and you just like, cool, Trace, go for it. Like, you do what you need to do, and cool. It's just really refreshing, because I think a lot of business owners try and, and I get it, like want to be across everything and in every single little section of what we're doing. But it was really refreshing to see with you guys. Stress-free, no drama. Our Zooms are like, we booked out an hour, 15 minutes and we're done. So it's been very, very nice.
And we choose to do that. Like, that like branding and design is not our wheelhouse, it's yours. So you do it. You tell us
what we should do,
what we need to be doing. If somebody has studied for years and built up all that knowledge, we need to take advantage of that, and let people do what they're best at.
I will admit, like, I had a bit of kickback with one of the designers, and I fought, and I was like, "No, it's rubbish. I don't like it. No." And they just pushed and pushed and pushed. And I was like, "No, I don't like this. That's enough."
Sure.
And then we got sent something and went, well, actually, that's pretty good.
Oh, good.
So-
Okay, well, that's good news. I'm like, who do I need to talk to?
And then I was like, no, actually, yeah, that's actually that's better than what I've got.
Good. Yeah,
So,
it's all part of the process.
kudos.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I was like, who do I need to have a meeting with? Guys, how do you celebrate the wins, big or small, as a couple and as business partners? Is there a ritual or just a moment that's yours?
I would say a moment that's ours.
Yeah.
Like we sometimes we do a little high five. So, but you know, one of us will have good news and we'll tell the other, and I feel like there's just an understanding between both of us that it's like, yep, we did good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that moment of just celebrate it together. Wins and losses, commiserate. Same way, you know, just
one of them sliding the phone over with an email or a text message.
Yeah.
And that, share it together.
Yeah.
Like the minute a good thing comes in, you know, text or a phone call, have you seen the email? You know, have you seen this? This is what's happened, and share it together.
Yeah, and with the team as well?
Yeah. The boys have all got a messenger group that I'm not allowed to be a part of.
Oh.
But quite often I'm like, Hayden, put this in the group.
Yes.
You know, the 5-star review or
someone's written something on Facebook saying a lovely Sparky's come around, and that to me brings a lot of pride that someone's taken the time to say that our electrician I really take pride, and I've said it to our guys from the day they start is, you know, I'd rather them take an extra 5 minutes and explain to the customer why we're doing something or how we're doing something than just forcing him to do it.
Yeah.
And when people acknowledge that on Facebook, it just makes me super happy. You know, just 5 minutes isn't long to teach someone how to use their aircon or their new fan or their lights, or, you know, we've had people that are like, oh, you put these new downlights in, but they're a bit bright, so we'll come in and we'll change them. And it doesn't take much. Definitely. And then same group, the boys.
To hear that attitude kind of passed down to our people now.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice to see them, following in the same vein. Because I think that does happen. If you've got a nasty boss, then you know you turn into a kind of a nasty employee, and then you pass that down to your customer, you know, in the way that you speak or act.
The way is modeled.
Yeah. So I think seeing that come through our team, and we've just got a really good team of.
We've got a good.
I've got really good people.
Good group of people that all get along, and that messenger chat group is awesome. That, you know, guys will go, hey guys, look at this, look what I found, look at this. Oh, look what someone did, or well done to the apprentice. And, you know, they're giving it to each other straight away. It's normally positive.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't go at each other, but normally it's positive, and, you know, it's a good learning thing. They'll pick up something and say, hey guys, what do you reckon of this? And everyone's there to build each other up, which I like.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, if there's a couple that is thinking of getting into business together, what would your advice be to them?
Make sure your relationship is rock solid first.
Yeah.
If you've got
any doubt,
any crack, then if you're not on the same page, then you shouldn't even start, because you have to be
a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, you've got to look after each other. And if there's any sort of resentment over anything, it's got to show.
Do you feel like it would make the business side of things worse if there was?
Oh, yeah.
Put yourself in your relationship first, and then if you're good to go, then absolutely go for it. You know, I feel like we've said a lot of negative things, but
no, not at all.
In the end, this is this is the happiest I've been in my life. Like this,
wonderful.
This is, you know, the happiest, and I just feel like it just gets better and better and better.
Yeah, same as me. I don't know many other tradespeople that can just pop down to the kids' school or
Yeah.
someone's having a bad day, so I can just pop into the workshop, or I can. It's great. It is great. And like Susan said, it sounds like we're being negative, but absolutely not.
No, I don't
It's
think
a
so.
lot of
No.
challenges, but also there is all the bonuses of, you can be involved in life.
As well at the same time.
That's the good thing.
You never have to ask for permission
Oh,
from anyone.
Not having to ask for permission or asking for tools.
And one thing I do want to ask is about those boundaries. Do you kind of find the boundaries between business and marriage get blurred sometimes, or you guys are pretty good at setting those boundaries?
Oh, it's just all one big blur.
A big blob.
Yes.
Oh, I love the honesty. Great.
But
yeah, we'll be having conversation about the kids, and then then we'll talk about a contract, and and then we'll say, oh, you forgot to buy your mum's birthday present, whatever, it's all mixed in together.
But I don't know if we've ever set boundaries for anything. It's just sort of known. Like, we haven't sat down and said you can't do this.
Yeah, sure.
It's a mutual respect.
Mm.
Sometimes I'll call Susan and go, oh, can I buy this? Susan will go, why are you asking me?
Sure.
I want to buy this new compressor or tool, or she goes, do you need it? Like, yeah. Why are you calling me?
Yeah. Guys, any final words of wisdom before we sign off for our listeners?
I reckon have a go. Just if you want to do it. Just make sure.
Do it. Yeah, do it and take the risks.
Take the risks.
Take the opportunities.
Because what's going to happen is going to fail, and let's start again.
Yeah.
Like, really? But that's it.
I think you guys have, you say you don't mean to sound negative, but I think you guys have been so real in all the advice and information that you've shared, because it's not easy. And when you are married and you work together, there's another, layer of complexity. Is that a word? I don't know. It is now. That comes into it. So I think it's been really great having the real conversation around, like, the boundaries get blurred. Like, some people say they walk through a door frame. One minute they, Tracy at work, Tracy, Chihuahua mama, whatever. But it's been really good that you've kind of showcased those different areas and challenges that come to light when you are married and in business at the same time.
Yeah, it's definitely one big blob.
Guys, where is the best place for our listeners to go should they wish to connect with you?
Facebook page, probably.
Facebook's always good. Get us on Messenger on there or something like that. Or see me down the street. Most people see me at Woolworths, whatever, and, oh, Hayden, can you just? Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Oh, so you're like a celebrity.
Oh, no. I'm always wearing my shirt. Quite often we'll go down to the Woolworths and, oh, Hayden, the lights are out. Can you just fix this? I'll put a work order in later. Of course I will.
Oh, right. Yeah.
One of our early contracts came from Woolworths.
Yeah, that was a good contract.
Wow. So is that because you were at your work, or?
Oh, no, we just, it's a small community, and you see
sure.
People,
Yeah.
Just doing your shopping and get a business opportunity.
Yeah, that's how it goes, right? I think I got a business opportunity at a wedding. So I sat next to a girl and next to her was a client. So I'm like, that's how it goes. There's actually, on that note, there's a great book, Fanatical Prospecting, which my advisor recommended. And he actually says that you constantly always, everywhere you are is always an opportunity to kind of help someone, serve someone, help them with whatever it is that your product or service offering, the problem it helps solve. So I was like, that's actually a really good point. You're kind of always on the ball.
You are. You very much are.
Guys, thank you so much for all that you've shared. And I really appreciate your time today. And again, it's been an absolute pleasure working with both of you. I think you guys are doing some fantastic stuff, and I look forward to seeing what comes next.
Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you.